Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. When any statement is heard and we try to understand without proper reference to context, only confusion and chaos happens. See, suppose I tell Malini, you fool, and Satish hears. He will start thinking, I am calling her fool. But actually I was telling her a story that once I met a man to whom I called you fool. See, when the reference to context is not clear, chaos and confusion happens. Exactly the same way. Bhagavad Gita, when we talk about what is the reference? Is Bhagavad Gita suddenly a book somewhere? Or it has some reference? So Bhagavad Gita comes in Mahabharata, and there are 5 sources of authentic knowledge accepted in India. The 5 sources of knowledge are: the topmost, Supreme Court, is the Veda or the Upanishad, Shruti Mata. The next is the Smriti Grantha, which includes 18 of them. Bhagavad Gita is also considered as a Smriti Grantha. Then the third one is the Puranas, where many stories are told about various gods, etc. The fourth one is the Itihasa. Itihasa means iti ha asa. Thus it has happened. It is not a cock and bull story. Itihasa, English we call it history. Now, history means his story. Those who are responsible for these 2 books of history accepted as authority of knowledge in India, they are Mahabharata and Ramayana. And the best part is, these history books were not written by somebody who were purchasable commodities. Because in today's world, we can write the history by purchasing the writers and ask them what to put in that book. But these 2 books were written by great masters of their time, and they were also participating in all that has happened during their period. For example, Mahabharata. In Mahabharata, Bhagwan Vedavyasa, to whom it is attributed, he was one of the characters. So he has lived that knowledge. He has lived that experience. It is not somebody told and then I heard. No, he has himself lived. And in that Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita comes. In the Bhishma Parva, from the 25th to 42nd chapters. Thus 18 chapters are considered as Bhagavad Gita. Now the story in short is the same story which is eternally the same. The story is I versus you. See? If we have to know what Bhagavad Gita has told in short, Bhagavad Gita has told the name of the disease as mamata. Mamata means possessiveness. Mamata means attachment. Mamata. And the solution to this disease of mamata is samata, is equanimity, non-possessiveness. This is in short the complete story of Bhagavad Gita. So I should stop here. See? Now the 2 brothers belonging to the same clan were constantly jealous of each other. And jealousy is such a thing which can destroy anything in the world. And because of this jealousy, the 5 children of Pandu called as Pandavas and 100 children of Dhritarashtra called as Kauravas, they were in a position that they cannot but have to fight the war. See? Be very attentive. We talk about in Yoga Shastra, in Yama Sadhana. You all are expert in yoga, I am not. What the Yama Sadhana tells? Yama tells the discipline of don'ts. Niyama tells the discipline of do's. Life is nothing but a perfect discipline based on the principles of do's and don'ts. If do's and don'ts are not properly understood and practiced, life will become licentiousness, what we call as freedom. See? Licentiousness is not freedom. There is open road that said, why shouldn't I drive? No, it is wrong. You have to drive by the right side. See? But if I drive, then it is not freedom. When freedom is guarded, then it has a value. And when freedom is not guarded, it becomes licentiousness. See, friends. So, these 2 brothers, they were in such a position that they have to fight the war. Now, here I will tell you most important principle. In Yama Sadhana, the first principle is told as Ahimsa. Satya, Asteya, Aparigraha, Brahmacharya, isn't it? 5 of them. Now, Ahimsa, non-violence, has to be practiced at an individual level, not at a national level. See, friends, if somebody comes and attacks on you, and you say, I believe in non-violence, then you are wrong. Bhagavad Gita very clearly tells. See, friends, otherwise we will destroy ourselves. Then only those who are powerful, they will come and destroy. Because we are believing in non-violence. Once I read one very beautiful article, when our USA has attacked Afghanistan and all that, Iraq and all that, there was an article. Article was telling, if Afghanistan, Iraq were growing carrots, will America ever attack? How beautiful it is. See, and Tibet, under such a chaotic compulsion of a most inhuman lifestyle, nobody goes there because there even carrots don't grow. Forget about anything. And as a result, they are suppressed because they have no army, they have no wealth, they have no protection. Therefore, ahimsa has to be practiced at individual level. But when it comes the national pride, the existence of a nation as a whole, then we have to deal with, as is the disease, so is the medicine. There is a rule. If my hand is having injury in the small finger and it is having a gangrene, if I don't cut it, my hand will be cut. So in the interest of the totality, this finger must be chopped off. It is ahimsa. If my hand is having gangrene and if it is not chopped off, my whole life is in danger, then chopping off the hand is ahimsa. Protection of the totality is important, not the freedom of individual. See, friends, here we are all living together. Our individual freedom has to be compromised and sacrificed. Then only we can live in a community. See, friends. And this principle is brought out in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavan Krishna did everything to see that the war does not happen. Everything. To such an extent, he said, At least give 5 villages for them to live. And the son of Dhritarashtra, Duryodhana, said, 5 villages, forget about it. Even the land on the tip of a needle, I will not give. If you have guts, come and fight with me. Now at this time, should we follow ahimsa? Instead of leading a disgusting, third-class life, it is better to lead a heroic and combating life. That is the cult. See, friends. Otherwise, all the time, somebody one person asked me in South Africa. See, Mahatma Gandhi said, if somebody gives you one on your face, show him the other face. What does it mean? I said, he meant, if somebody gives you one on your face, for the second one you show somebody else's face. No, beat him, not me. See, friends. So when this war has to happen, then these two armies, suppose they were to fight tomorrow morning. And Dhritarashtra was born blind. And a blind person not only doesn't see, but doesn't want to see. If somebody is sleeping, you can wake him up. If somebody is not sleeping, only pretending that he is sleeping, you cannot wake him up. Dhritarashtra was of that type. He was so much attached and possessive of his children that all his wisdom was completely eroded. See? And the war was decided. Now, next step. Tomorrow is the war. So this evening, Dhritarashtra sends his minister, who is respected in both the parties equally, to create confusion in the minds of Pandavas. See, friends. And he comes, and all the 5 brothers are sitting together. Bhagwan Krishna is with them. And when he comes, he is respected, received, given a proper seat, salutations offered. Yes, uncle, what can we do for you? He said, I have come here as a messenger of Dhritarashtra, your uncle. And he starts telling. He tells, my children are gone. They are useless. They are bad. They are good for nothing. They don't listen to me. But you are good people. You have got culture. You are on the side of dharma. Therefore, at least you listen. Because this war will destroy our own family. And therefore, please don't engage in this war. Go back. And you have capability. You can go to some other place, other country, and establish your kingdom. Why insist for this thing? And when this confusion was being created, after everything was over, Bhagwan Krishna gets up and tells, dear Pandavas, yes, may I talk on your behalf? Now, how can they say no? See the joy of that. Suppose I ask you all, do you all love me? Who will say no? At least for the sake of formality, yes, Swamiji. Exactly the same. Whether you love or you don't love doesn't matter. So they say yes. And Bhagwan Krishna said, go and tell your king, the war will be fought. No change in the plan. Management is, first plan your work, then work your plan. Don't go only on planning and not doing anything. So he goes back. Now the 5 brothers, what happened to them? Because of this wrong message under the disguise of goodness. See, friends. So the eldest brother, Dhritarashtra, he is firm in his resolutions. Once something decided should be done, no doubt. The second brother, Bhima, he was very strong and he had taken a vow that in this war, I will see that Duryodhana and Dushasana who had tried to make Draupadi naked in public, I will open his chest like a fridge, take out his heart like a Coke bottle and drink his blood. And he does it. He is so firm, nothing can change him. Now the younger two brothers, twins, they are the most intelligent. Intelligent people never become the leaders. If you want to be happy in life, be a follower. See? Just see how simple it is. Here I am staying with Satish. Know what food I have to eat. I don't have to worry. Nalini and he, they are worried. I am relaxed. Because they are thinking about it. Then about my clothes. How to wash the clothes, where to wash the clothes. I don't have to worry. They worry about it. How nice it is. Exactly the same way. What I have to do, let somebody think. Why should I worry? I relax. See, these Nakula Sahadev, these two brothers, twins, they were of this category. They have decided, look here, our eldest brother is the wisest one. We just follow him, whatever he does, we do. Why think? Those who think, they cannot laugh. Those who laugh, they don't think. See, all the time, relax, man, relax. See? Unnecessarily worried about. As if you can imagine, have you seen the picture of Hercules carrying the globe with a smile? No. Don't carry the load. Relax. So they decided, we'll just follow whatever the eldest brother does. So out of 5, 4 were sorted out. Now the most confused one was Arjun. See. And Arjuna started thinking. Others didn't think. Arjuna started thinking. Bhagavan Krishna told, disperse, tomorrow morning we begin our war, go and take rest. Morning, get up, become fresh, nice bath, meditation, and come for the war. See? So everybody agreed. But this Arjuna, he went and he started thinking, yes, what my uncle said, that in this war there will be bloodshed. Naturally, in the war there will not be milkshake, there will be bloodshed. And the people will be killed. Naturally, it is not a maternity ward, people will be born, they will be killed. And thus he starts getting confused. Friends, if you want to destroy somebody, enter an element of doubt in his mind. That is the simplest way to destroy somebody. And this politically shrewd Dhritarashtra did it through his minister Sanjay. And thus, this is the scenario. And in the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, all what Arjuna has put forward, his argument against the war, to which Bhagavan Krishna did not agree, all those words are word by word lifted from the advice given by his uncle. See, friends, there is a statement in Narad Bhakti Sutra where it is said, Dussangaha sarvathaiva tyajyaha. Wrong company should be totally rejected. Because wrong company can destroy us. See, all of us have got some or the other negative seeds in us. Those negative seeds, the moment they get a proper environment, they will start sprouting. The only way is to allow them to die silently. See? Therefore, if you go to any place and any doubt comes in your mind, run. See? Otherwise, we will forget our goal of life. Thus, Bhagavad Gita stage is set. Now, next step. The first verse of Bhagavad Gita is normally translated in a very simple way. This is the only verse in the whole Bhagavad Gita which is attributed to Dhritarashtra. No, nothing more than this. And Bhagavad Gita is told by 4 pairs for each other. First, Bhagavan Krishna is the teacher, Arjuna is the student. First pair. Second, Sanjay the minister is the teacher, Dhritarashtra the blind king is the student. Third, Bhagavan Krishna is the teacher and Hanumanji is the student. One of the names of Arjuna was Kapidhvaja. On the chariot of Arjuna there was a flag, and on that flag there was a picture of Hanumanji, and Hanumanji was sitting over there. And the whole Bhagavad Gita discourse was heard by Hanumanji. So these are the 3 pairs. And fourth, I am talking and you are listening. I hope. Now, what happened to Dhritarashtra after listening the whole Bhagavad Gita? There is no mention anywhere, because nothing happened to him. See? Then what happened to Hanumanji? After the war was over, Hanumanji came down and saluted Bhagavan Krishna and said, "Sir, I heard your discourse without taking your permission. For this sin, please tell me what penance I have to do." So Bhagavan said, "Write a good commentary on this discourse." And there is one commentary attributed to Hanumanji which is available in Banaras Hindu University Library. What happened to Arjuna? Bhagavan Krishna asked him at the end, "Kachid eta shrutam partha tvaya ekagrena chetasa, kachid ajnana sammohaha pranashtaste dhananjaya." Hey Arjun, did you listen to me with single pointed mind? And after hearing, your delusion has gone or not? Because this is the only problem we all face. We'll take that problem. And in reply to that, Arjuna says, "Nashto mohaha, delusion gone, smritihi labdha, now I have collected my wits. I know what for I am here. See? Karishye vachanam tava. Therefore, I shall follow your instructions and fight this war." See, friends, now I am talking to you. What will happen to you? Gurudev only knows, not we. See, friends. So, the first verse is, Dhritarashtra says, "Dharmakshetre kurukshetre samaveta yuyutsavaha mamaka pandavaschaiva kimakurvata Sanjaya." Hey Sanjay, kindly tell me, on this battlefield, my children and my brother's children, he separates them by 2 ways. My children and my brother's children. Are they not belonging to the same family? See, friends, my children and my brother's children, desirous of fighting the war, what they have done on the battlefield. This is a normal translation given of this verse. But this is not the way. Questions are asked for different purposes. See, one purpose of asking a question is examination. In a school examination, the question was asked, "What is the capital of United States of America?" And the student wrote, "Come on, sir, you know it very well." Will he get marks? No. Because that question was asked, not that because the teacher didn't know, to examine. So the purpose of asking question is examination, number 1. Second is inquiry. See, once in India it happened. India is a country full of joy. Everywhere there is joy. See? I was going somewhere, we traveled at night, and early morning at 5 o'clock or so, we had to go to some temple. And the driver who was driving, I said, "Hey man, I think you have taken a wrong road." No, Swamiji, I know. I said, "Why don't you ask somebody?" No, I will not ask. I said, "Then stop, I will ask." And one villager with a big, cloth on his head, with a, pot lota in his hand, he was going for the morning, duties, ABCD. You can imagine what pressure he must be having. He is going with a lota for easing out. So we stopped the car there and I asked him, "Excuse me, where this road goes?" At that time in the morning, 5 o'clock, that old man, he looked at me and he said, "Road never goes anywhere." So true it is. See how beautiful it is. And he said that when he was under pressure. If he is not under pressure, what must be the wisdom? He said, "Why don't you tell me where you have to go? I will tell you how to go." See how true it is. So, one purpose of asking question is inquiry. And one more purpose of asking question is an objection. How come you are late? That means you are not supposed to be late. So that question should not be answered. See? So this question which Dhritarashtra has asked, what they are doing on the battlefield, it is not a simple question of asking events. Be attentive. This question was asked by Dhritarashtra on the 10th day of the battle or the war. And on the 10th day, the most powerful warrior of his time, Bhishma Acharya, nobody could destroy him. He fell to the arrows of Arjuna on the battlefield. And that has made Dhritarashtra totally nonplussed. Because every day, how many soldiers are killed, how many elephants are destroyed, how many chariots are destroyed, every report was given to him, he being the king. Therefore, this cannot be a question of events, what happened on the battlefield. It cannot be a question. Question is, how come? What happened? Bhishma Acharya fell to the arrows of Arjuna? Impossible. This was the exclamation more than a question. Because he has played his game so well. He tried to create confusion in the minds of Pandavas. And among them, Arjuna was the most important one. Because the relationship between Bhishma Acharya and Arjuna was unique relationship. Bhishma Acharya was unmarried throughout his life. In his room, nobody was allowed to enter except Arjuna. That was the position Arjuna had. Nobody could enter Bhishma Acharya's room. Now that Arjuna, who had so much of love, reverence for his grandfather, how could he shoot arrows and make his own grandfather fall? How can this happen? See, friends, this is the question. So it is the exclamation. I can't imagine Bhishma Acharya will fall. It is impossible. And in reply to that, Sanjay tells, Drishtva tu Pandavanekam vyudam Duryodhanastada Acharyam upasangamya Raja vachanam abravit. Sanjay says, "Sir, before the war began," see, this is reported on the 10th day, but he tells, before the war began, two armies were standing face to face, and your son, Duryodhana, he went and approached Dronacharya, his own guru, from whom he has learned archery and everything. He went to Dronacharya and started talking a most arrogant language. How should we talk to Guru? Is a discipline. See, he started addressing him, Acharya. See, according to Hindu tradition, the elders or the Guru is never addressed as you. Third person singular. Like, Swamiji, please come. Swamiji, we like to eat food. Swamiji, how are you? Not you. No. How is Swamiji? Third person. That is the way of giving the respect. So here Duryodhana says, Pasha, look, you don't talk to Guru in that language. But this Duryodhana was so arrogant. So he says, Pashaitam Pandaputranam Acharya Mahatim Chamum. Hey Acharya, hey Dronacharya, see this terrible army of these Pandus, Putras, the Pandavas, and they are being led by the son of Drupada, who was born to kill Dronacharya. He reminds him that Drupada the king, he did a big yagya, and there the son was born. And the son was born only to kill Dronacharya. So he reminds him, beware, you are fighting with the one who is going to kill you. On the battlefield, should the head bring a negative thought in the mind of a person? But he was so much concerned about the credentials of his own guru. He was having doubt. And then he enumerates the big warriors on their side. And then he realizes, oh, what I am talking, I should not talk like this. After all, he is my guru. And then suddenly he comes down. He said, now, sir, I shall tell you who are the great warriors on our side. For example, your great self, he starts now praising them. First of all, he has done a sufficient damage. Now he is trying to build up the tempo. And then he thus continues further. And one most important point we will learn in this chapter, the three types of attachments. Attachment is a burden that we carry on our head. See, husband, wife, they are not physically attached 24/7. The attachment is in the form of holding on by the mind to anything or anybody. So, this is, he says, see, so many kings have come, madarthe tyakta jivitaha. They have come for my sake. Tyakta jivitaha, ready to die. So their death is not important. For my sake they have come. I is important. This is called as Rajoguni Mamata. Attachment born out of activity or too much of getting involved in the world. Rajoguni Mamata. Such people, they themselves cannot keep cool and they don't like others if they are cool. See? It is so simple. You know, one day one person asked me this question, Swamiji, why God created world? I said, look here, God created this world for a time pass. Because he was getting bored, so he thought, let me create something and play. And then he started playing. They say, the marriages are fixed in the heaven. Imagine, if the husband and wife agrees on every issue, there won't be any fun. So what he does, he brings exactly opposite poles, cathode and anode. Then only there is lightning. See? So, if the husband is very hard working, very systematic, very methodical, The wife is happy-go-lucky. Anywhere she sits, she can sleep. And he becomes very angry. I am tired and she was sleeping. This is how those who are workaholics, they don't like other school people. Why people are not doing anything? You do. Why you unnecessarily make others work? Duryodhana belonged to that category. Dhritarashtra was belonging to a category who was possessive of matter. Matter means chair. Dhritarashtra, if you translate this word with little bit of change, Dhrita means holding on to. Rashtra means the chair. The one who is holding on to the chair is a Dhritarashtra. One day, one person, there was a mock parliament in Delhi, and they have called me also. And they say, suppose we make you Prime Minister of India for one day, what will you do? I said, I'll shift the capital of India from Delhi to anywhere except in Delhi. So why? I said, because below the chair of the Prime Minister, there is a ghost of Dhritarashtra sitting. Therefore, anybody who sits on that chair, he is possessed by that and he doesn't want to leave the chair. See? Dhritarashtra holding on to the chair. So those who are holding on to the matter, they are tamoguni mamata. Tamas, matter oriented. Rajoguni mamata, activity oriented. All that means do something. See? Two types of diseases. And then the third is the mamata which belongs to Arjuna. And they are sattva guni mamata. Goody, holier than thou. I don't get up late. I get up early morning at 4 o'clock. And then again I go to sleep. I don't eat non-vegetarian every day. I eat alternate days. Goody. I don't watch movies in the theater. I watch at home. These goody characters are most dangerous. See? And what is their goodness? Their goodness is they compare their goodiness with the weaknesses of others. I am not like others, waking up late in the morning. I get up early in the morning. I am not like others, eating non-vegetarian. I eat only vegetarian. See? These goody people are dangerous. Arjuna fell into that category. We will come across that as we go further. And after that, Bhishmacharya saw that this Dhritarashtra's son, Duryodhana, is going a totally wrong way. He should not talk like this. Because he also said to all his commanders, protect Bhishmacharya. Else he may go and fight from Pandava's side. Hold him here. You can imagine how much doubt he had about his own commanders. And therefore, to stop that blabbering, he blows his conch, and thus, for all practical and historical purposes, Kauravas attacked the Pandavas. They gave the call of war, and Pandavas only protected themselves. They were not the invaders, but they have only protected themselves. And thereafter, when all the details come, and then atha vyavasthitan društva dhatarashtan kapidvajah pravrutte shastra sampate dhanuruddhima pandavaha rishikesham tada vakyam idamaha mahipate. Thus, when everything was properly organized, that time the Kapidvaja, means Arjuna, he comes on the battlefield and looks around, and then he tells Bhagavan Krishna, who was his charioteer, Senayor Ubayor Madhye Ratham Sthapayame Achyuta. Hey Achyuta, hey Krishna, kindly take my chariot in between the two armies. Now here comes the principle of Guru. Be very attentive. Yesterday I mentioned a little bit, today I'll explain in detail. Satsanga, as we are now, is like the total food available, made available for everybody. See? An individual one-to-one interaction with the Guru is like the food which is in your plate. See, friends, it is something like this. When we go to medical college, we are taught everything about anatomy, physiology, and pathological conditions, medicine, everything is taught in general. But when the doctor is dealing with a patient, it is one-to-one. It is not general. See, in the same manner, the Guru operates in the life of a disciple in two ways. Number one, general satsang is offered. And from that, what is necessary for us, we have to choose. See? And because we are not able to choose properly, so we take, once it happened here only, in Florida. Many years before, I think it was in 80s or earlier than that, that was my first visit to USA. And we had some retreat. And we were standing in a queue to take our food. In front of me, there was one child. And he took so much of food. I said, hey man, this food is weighing more than you. You won't be able to eat so much. Why don't you take whatever you want? Don't waste food. I, being from India, we have got the habit of advising everybody. So I told. So when I told him, I didn't know his father was behind me. And his father said, Swami, yes sir, we have paid for the wastage. You don't worry. Now see, what message the child gets. See, friends. Therefore, when general things are told, don't waste food, it is general thing. But when a particular child is told, eat that much what you can digest. That is the individual advice. So, in the YouTube, today we have uploaded the, Guru Purnima message. Our Sam came and he recorded. And there the beautiful thoughts came. Guru operates at three levels. One is Adi Bhautik, second is Adi Daivik, and third is Adhyatmik. Adi Bhautik Guru operates through his gross body to the gross disciples. He has to tell, do this, don't do this, do this. Physical personal presence is required. And that presence of the Guru in physical form cannot last all the time. Because this is the law of the nature. One day or the other, physical forms have to disappear. So, the Adi Bhautik, the gross Guru disappears. Second is the Adi Daivik Guru. Adi Daivik Guru is the one who comes in our life from nowhere in the form of a message, in the form of some event. And suddenly, we get attracted towards satsanga. Somebody inspires us. And we don't know who is he, who is she. And we hang on to that. That unknown force which is bringing us to our own Guru is the Adi Daivik Guru. Technically it is called as Ishvaranugrahat eva pumsam advaita vasana. By the grace of the divine, that grace of the divine is the Guru in the Adi Daivik field. Third is the Adhyatmik Guru. Adhyatmik Guru will never leave the disciple. Adi Bhautik Guru will discard the body and go away. Adi Daivik Guru, he has completed his job. He brought the disciple to the Guru. His job is over. He will go away. He won't hang around. Adhyatmik Guru is the one who is 24/7 available in the heart of the disciple. It is this Adhyatmik Guru, he alone is responsible for the spiritual awakening of the disciple. See, friends. And how this Adhyatmik Guru is functioning? He is functioning by only one way. remaining aware of His presence in our heart. See, friends, in a school classroom, there are about 30-40 students. And when children are there, they will not keep quiet. So like a poultry farm, he is beating her and all kinds of nonsense going on. And one student says, "Hey, Miss is coming." Everybody become quiet. Because teacher is coming. Exactly the same way, when we remain aware, be attentive. Before I do anything, that action is, before performance, known by the Guru. He is in our heart. Every word that we utter, before it is said, it is heard by Him in our heart. Every thought that passes through our mind, before the thought is born, it is recorded by Him. Remaining in His awareness is in tune with the Guru principle. And that Guru will never leave us. And that Guru alone is our real Guru. Because he never leaves us. See, friends, one example I'll give you. One lady came somewhere in India and, "Swamiji, I am extremely confused and frustrated. I don't know what should I do." I said, "Continue frustration, what can I do?" "No, please help me." I said, "I can make you more confused because that is my speciality." "Can you be sometimes serious?" I said, "Okay, now I am serious, 105 degrees temperature." See. Then she said, I was following such and such Guru." I said, "I don't know, but you say you must be following." Then, "But it happened to be he was a cheat. And I have spent 10-15 years with him. But he came out to be cheat and he is now in the jail and I am completely broken. I don't know what should I do. Will you please adopt me?" I said, "I don't adopt disciples." "Now what should I do?" I said, "Look here, Mama." I told her, when I talk to somebody, there are two conditions. Condition number 1, no discussion. Condition number 2, no argument. If you want, I'll talk. Otherwise, no. So, okay. I said, who helped you in your life is not the physical Guru who was outside. Who helped you is your respect and reverence for him. That respect and reverence for your Guru, who is in your heart, that will never die. And that is helping you. Doesn't matter what happens to the outer Guru. Don't destroy that reverence. Be very attentive, friends. It so happened in Uti, near Coimbatore, we had a camp and about 50-60 people. And our camps was, morning meditation, one deep Vedanta lecture, then go for outing, have nice lunch. Evening we come, we have nice satsang, bhajan, kirtan, eat and then dance, music, etc. and sleep. That was routine. And last day, after everything was over, my friend said, "Swamiji, you always like to go and see the great Mahatma's altars and things. So here is one." I said, "Okay, let's go." It was, a kind of a samadhi of a Muslim saint. And I went and did namaskar, offered some flowers and went around. Then he told me, my friend, "Swamiji, the next one who is following this lineage is a grihastha, is a married person. He stays in Bombay and he has got his business." And as he was telling, that man happened to be there. He said, "He's the same person." I said, "Okay." I went and did namaskar to him. So when I did namaskar to him, my friend got angry with me. He said, "Please come for tea." I said, "Okay." So So he went by steps near shortcut. I had to take my car all around. It's a hill station. We went there. My friend tells me, Swamiji, why did you do namaskar to him? You are a sannyasi. You are not a married person. A sannyasi should not do namaskar to a married person. Why did you do that? I said, are you jealous? I will do namaskar to you. What is wrong? I will do namaskar to you. No, Swamiji, this is not the way. You should not do like that. I said, look here. You told me that here is a dead body, what you call samadhi, nothing but a dead body. When I did namaskar to that dead body, it was good. And when I am doing namaskar to the living body, it is bad. See, friends, we are ready to suspect divinity in the man-made statues. We don't perceive the divinity in God's creation. What kind of devotion we have? See, friends, therefore, this respect and reverence, that alone helps us. It is not a statue. See, you go to a temple, suppose Krishna's temple is there. You go there. Whether you offer there flowers or you break it with a stone, nothing happens to it. Something will happen to the person who is doing it. See, friends, it is something like, one day one doctor asked me this question. We were going to Badrinath, and halfway there is a place called as Rudraprayag. This time there was a terrible calamity there. And 2 bus loads we were going, about 60-70 people. And it is a halfway, so journey broke. And I was standing in the sun, very bright sun and very nice winter time, cold weather. And somebody gave me a cup of tea, so I was enjoying tea. And in India, when any Babaji is seen, sadhu is seen, people come and do namaskar. So one lady came and did, second came and third, a big queue. And I was nailed. Now I can't go. So there was one doctor who was a very good friend of mine. She said, Swamiji, so many unknown people come and do namaskar to you. How do you feel? I said, Mama, please hold my tea, cup of tea. She held it. Then I told next lady, Amma, stop. She is my mother. And I touch her feet. And then I told her, when you do salutation to a Swami, suppose you get 1 kilogram of merit. But if you do salutation to the mother of the Swami, you get 1 ton of merit. Really? Yes. The whole line was diverted. And then I took my cup of tea and ran away. Now she is blocked there. She can't go anywhere. And afterwards she became so angry with me, so angry. Swamiji, I never knew you are so nasty. Why should you do like this? And I was running, from here to there to protect myself. Finally she caught hold of. I said, Mama, I have replied your question, don't become angry. You ask me, when unknown people come and do namaskar, how do you feel? It was a direct experience. How did you feel? Oh, I was feeling so awkward. I say, look here, those who offer salutations, they are benefited, not the one to whom the salutations are offered. This atmosphere of eternal reverence for the total world is our inner Guru. He will never leave us. And when we have this reverential attitude, we are at peace. See? Like, when those people who know and go to Gurudev's Kutiya, what feeling you get? And a person comes from outside, anyway, let us see what is there. You just go, very nice collection, and go. They don't get the benefit because they don't have the reverence. So the things in that building, they are not responsible for your joy, but it is your reverence That is responsible. And that reverence is called as our Adhyatmic Guru. See, friends. So it is this Adhyatmic Guru. They play tricks. And what are the tricks? When Arjuna said to Bhagavan Sri Krishna that Senayor Ubhayor Madhye Ratham Sthapaya Mechuta, hey Krishna, take my chariot between the two armies. Forward, Yavadetan Niriksheham Yodhu Kaman Avastitan, Kairmaya Saha Yodhavyam Asmin Rada Samudyame, Yotchamanana Veksheham, Ja Etetra Samagataha, Dhatarashtrasya Durbuddhehe, Yudhe Priya Chikirishavaha. In these two verses, Arjuna says, I want to see and challenge. Who are those who dare fight with me? See the arrogance. See, friends. He knew in the opposite army his own guru, his own grandfather, they are definitely superior than him. And yet, he had that arrogance. Friends, perpetual success is difficult to digest. When somebody is perpetually successful in life, the arrogance develops unknowingly. See, friends. And therefore, one of the name of Arjuna was Vijay. Arjuna was never defeated in any war. He has always won every war that he fought. And therefore, he has taken for granted, who can dare fight with me, Arjuna? Whenever this arrogance comes, our fall begins. Kairmaya saha yodhavyam asmin rana samudyame. And second thing, he says, Dhartarashtrasya durbuddhehe. He is condemning the children of Dhritarashtra, Kauravas. They are bad people. Who are you to give certificate to the other people? Are we here to evaluate people? Think, friends. A person who calls others bad, can we call him as good? Why we call Jesus great? Oh Lord, they know not what they are doing. He didn't condemn them. See, friends, condemning others is not the creed of the spiritual seekers. See, friends, but Arjuna had that arrogance. See, Dhartarashtra Durbuddhehe, very bad people. And when this was said, then Bhagavan Krishna, as a special teacher, started playing his game. See? And then Sanjay says, Eva Mukta Rushe Kesho Guda Keshena Bharata Senayor Ubhayor Madhye Sthapaitva Rathottamam. So Sanjay says, thus having said, having told by Arjuna, Bhagavan Krishna took the chariot in between the two armies. Now the most important point. There was a choice to Bhagavan Krishna to take the chariot anywhere. Suppose these are the two army lanes and in between there is a no man's land. Had he taken the chariot in front of Duryodhana, his staunch enemy, Arjuna would never have had any doubt in his mind whether to fight the war or not to fight the war. Therefore, what Bhagavan did, Bhishma Drona Pramukataha, Sarvesham cha Mahikshitam, of all the warriors of the world who had come there, leaving all of them aside, Bhagavan Krishna took the chariot of Arjuna in front of Bhishmacharya, Dronacharya, who were the altars of reverence and respect for Arjuna. And not only that, he said further, you want to know with whom you have to fight? You have to fight with your own nears and dears. Now fight. Friends, fighting with the enemies is very easy. When our nears and dears become our enemies, it becomes a real challenge. See? Condemning other people's bad habits is very easy. Taking care of our dumb mind is really a challenge. Near and dear. See, friends. Therefore, here is the message. We do not have problem outside. Problem is in our own mind. Nay, our mind is a problem. See? Therefore, if we can mind our mind, we have learned the secret of all spiritual life. See, friends, the mind takes us for a ride. So, when this was seen by Arjuna, oh God, I have to fight with my own grandfather. I have to kill my own guru who taught me how to lift the bow, how to fix the string, how to fix the arrow, how to pull the string up to the ear, and how to hit into the target perfectly well. To that guru, I have to shoot with the arrows. Oh God, it is terrible. And that my grandfather, who gave me a special status, nobody was allowed to enter his room. I was the sole person among millions who were allowed. To that grandfather, I had to kill. Oh God, what I am doing? Earlier also he knew that from the side of Kauravas, Bhishmacharya, Dronacharya is. Friends, problems we all have. We know, but we are not aware of our own problems. This is what the inner guru does. He makes us aware of our own problems. When we become aware of our own problems, then only we can take care of those problems. For example, many times we are not aware of our own lifestyle. See, there was a person and he had no knowledge about his own way of talking. He used to use bad words in between. He's a very good person, but a habit of using bad words in between. So one day when he was talking to me, he said in the same language, I just okay, never mind. And then somebody told, do you know when you are talking to Swamiji, what you are talking? Really? Did I talk? Yes. No, it can't be like that. He came to Swamiji, I am sorry, did I say like that? I said, yes, you said like that. Then why didn't you tell me? I said, no, why should I tell you? It is your mouth which is becoming bad, not my ears, because I am not listening to you. He says, Swamiji, I never knew. I am so loose in my tongue. From today I decide, before I talk, I will think twice. The moment we become aware of our shortcomings, then only there is a possibility of our change. And to make us aware of our shortcomings is the trick, the game played by the Guru. Arjuna had these two negativities: arrogance of perpetual success, bitterness, vengeance, and revengeful attitude towards the Kauravas. With these two things, our personality is drained. And a guru is the one who helps us stop draining your inner strength. See, friends, the other day I was talking in Ketchikan. 8 hours of physical work is equal to 1 hour of speech, energy consumption wise. 8 hours of talking is equal to 15 minutes of intense thinking. As we go subtle, the energy consumption is more. The gross petrol, diesel, and the aviation fuel, how subtle it goes. In the same manner, we have to conserve our energy, and the energy is wasted by unwanted thinking. See? Therefore, lesser we think, happier we are. Don't go on worrying. And friends, we hardly think, we worry. We don't think, we only worry. I don't know what is going to happen. If you don't know, relax. If you know, prepare. Where is a place for worries? See, friends. And this has drained the energy of Arjuna, and he became so frustrated. And when a person becomes frustrated, he goes into depression. Be attentive. Depression and dispassion, they look similar from the outer side. Depression is withdrawal from the world, and dispassion is also withdrawal from the world. But depression is a disease condition, and depression is the healthy condition. See, it is something like a person is told by the doctor, if you take 1 teaspoonful of sugar, you may reserve for your cremation. Why? It is so bad condition. You cannot take 1 grain of sugar. Oh God, so I can't eat. No. So he will withdraw from the sugar. But that is depression. Every time somebody is eating, can I take some injection and take 1 rasgulla? It will come. A person, out of freedom, he has given up sugar. I don't take sugar. That is dispassion. Dispassion is a manifestation of discrimination and wisdom. Depression is an expression of frustration. Those who are frustrated, they become depressed. And frustration expressed in a glorified language is philosophy. See? Socrates said, every man should get married. If he gets a good wife, he will be happy. If he gets a terrible wife, he becomes a philosopher. So Arjuna got into a depression mode. And when we go to in depression, we start seeing those things which are not there. 2 things happen for a depressed person. Number 1, we try to prove something to somebody in this world. And second thing, we try to justify. These 2 things are the expression of depression. See? And this proving himself to be a goody-goody and trying to justify his withdrawal from the battlefield is the remaining load of the first chapter. And how this Arjuna disease is the cause of our miseries, and how Sri Krishna the Guru, working from inside Arjuna, has removed all these wrong notions, and he discovered his own wits, and thereafter he lived a really great creative life. How is that, etc., we'll see in our next episode. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
Thank you, Swamiji, for sharing with us your inspiring insights on the Bhagavad Gita and living a truly spiritual life. You gave us many, many ideas to think about and to apply in our daily life. And we look forward to 3 more lectures with Swamiji Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 7:45. So please come. And Swamiji will also be joining us for this weekend for Guru Purnima. He'll be at most of our events. And so we look forward to your participation all week. Okay? Thank you, Swamiji.
Get up and go.